Welcome back to another episode of City Skylines on Turner Mountain. In last episode we built this beautiful looking downtown area part. The downtown area or the city itself is actually growing. And yeah, overall I really like it, especially how it turned out with like the keys and like the density. And yeah, also what they've added in are like new updates, the natural disaster updates. So we got like the deep space radar, we got like a tactical response unit that I probably should build. And yeah, we got lots and lots of crazy stuff with the new update. Even a high-tech DLC, they actually sneaked that in there as well. One thing that I also want to show you is actually this watchtower. And if you don't play with Disasters Dawn like I do, it's pretty important to actually build this, tower, because of the fact that trees can be set on fire and otherwise you will still have like a huge fire that will probably burn down your city. It has happened to me. I needed to reload in my save game. But on another topic, Merry Christmas everybody, because this will go up the day after Christmas because I didn't want to post anything when it is Christmas. So Merry Christmas. I hope you guys have gotten all your presents and I hope you guys have had a wonderful day. I probably will have a great day during Christmas because I'm actually recording this before Christmas and I'm actually uploading it after Christmas. So I don't know what's going to happen with Christmas, but I'm sure of it that I will have a great day. The same goes for you guys. So what I will be doing right now is actually start up a time lapse, and you're probably already seeing it. And what I'm also going to be doing is actually build up some sort of a space center. So that's something you're going to look forward to during this time lapse. And I'll see you guys in the time lapse commentary and also after the time lapse is done. So I will be right back. Welcome back to another time-lapse commentary, and today what I actually want to talk about are a couple of things. But first of all, what I'm building right now is actually some sort of a space center, or it is actually a space center, and it's modeled after the space center in Florida, the Kennedy Space Center. And I think it turned out pretty nicely. What you can see me do right now are actually building some sort of tracks. And these tracks are actually for the rocket to go on when I'm actually moving it to the launch site. You already saw me build the launch site. And I'm actually really excited about the new DLC, like the Natural Disasters DLC and also the high-tech DLC, like the community made high-tech DLC. It is crazy, like especially like the new high-tech DLC. Yeah, lots and lots of these building assets are actually from the DLC, and it only costs like $1, or it's actually like $5, €5, so it is crazy. It's a really cheap DLC for like $5 or €5 you can actually get it. So I would actually highly suggest buying it because of the fact that you can get so much value for your buck. With the DLC you get like the launch site. What you also are getting are like a couple high-tech facilities, for example like an electric car factory, and unfortunately they're not working, but you can use them with like as unique buildings. So yeah, that's also worth it. People are also visiting it, so it will actually get some income for your city and stuff, so they aren't totally worthless. Also, what I want to talk about is actually the Natural Disasters DLC. And yeah, I actually got a lot of problems with it. Like the DLC is great, but like the natural disasters itself are actually terrifying for me, because I'm actually building up like a really nice city. And yeah, it's really crazy if like an asteroid or a meteor or like a tsunami will hit my city. I will actually need to redo a lot of it. It has happened to me like off screen. I didn't record that. And yeah, that's why I'm actually playing with like natural disasters off. And one natural disaster that can happen if you still have turned that off is like fire. So they can have like a big fire spread and your city can be in ashes like in no time. It has happened to me as well, and luckily I had like a backup save. So yeah, I already talked about that in the beginning of this video, but it is really frustrating that if you check off like no natural disasters, then still like a big fire thingy or a big fire can actually destroy a city. So that's something Paradox should have keep in consideration. Like if you turn it off, then everything is turned off. But yeah, overall I'm not playing like the natural disasters DLC for the disasters. I'm actually playing it, yeah, because of the buildings. You get like some crazy buildings, you get like some bunkers, you get like some helicopters finally. So yeah, that's a great thing. Finally we got some helicopters. We got like helicopters for the fire department, the police department, and also the healthcare department. And I'm actually really excited about that because you can do some crazy stuff with it. For example, if I will build like an airport, I can actually use it. I don't have to use props anymore. I can actually just plop it down wherever I want, and it's actually working. So yeah, that just makes this city feel a lot more alive, especially if you are using lots and lots of props. So let's talk a little bit about the Kennedy Space Center, because this is actually the build that inspired me to build this space center in Turner Mountain, is the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. And yeah, overall I think it turned out pretty nicely. It looks a lot like it. I actually tried to mimic it. One thing that you probably have noticed or haven't noticed is in the Kennedy Space Center there are actually two launchpad facilities, Launchpad A and Launchpad B. And in my build I actually went only for Launchpad A or Launchpad B. I only got like one launchpad. So I was really excited when like the DLC dropped, because with like the Natural Disasters DLC you get like your Deep Space Radar, and with like the high-tech DLC you get like the Space Launch Center. So I could finally build a space center with a Deep Space Radar, a launch site, and yeah, lots and lots of stuff you find in real life space centers as well. So in a little bit what you will actually see is an uninhabited island in front of like the launch site, and that's actually where people used to belong and did some tests, and that's why it's overgrown right now, because nobody has been there since. And what I'm also going to be placing are a couple of bunkers because of the fact that, yeah, people did some tests. And it actually looks out on like the launch site, and overall it gives a really nice effect. You will actually see it in the live mode. I will switch over to live mode in a little bit, and then you will actually see like the bunkers and like the overgrownness of this entire island. So right now I'm actually just gonna play a little bit of music until the time lapse ends in about a minute. So I'll see you guys after that. And we are back. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse, and what we got going on is the space center of Turner Mountain, and it actually looks a lot better than I imagined. Look at the amount of detail I tried to put in, and look at the amount of water that actually is over here. I needed to clear a mountain, and I think it turned out pretty nicely, and I'm sorry for the lag, but yeah. But overall, it turned out pretty nicely. Let's actually get out of this view, and I'm actually going to show you right now how this thing looks. So first of all, what we got going on is ourselves the launch site. And then what we also got going on is where to prepare the rocket. So as you can see, we got like the space shuttle launch site, and this one is actually, yeah, where to prepare the rocket, and then we got the actual launch site over here. I will get to that in a little bit. So first of all, what we got going on is, like I said, the preparement of the space shuttle and like the fueling the rockets a little bit and preparing it. And as you can see, it is built, or yeah, it's actually built on a key, and I built this one first, and after that I actually placed the key. And this key is actually supposed to be like some sort of a railway, because this entire platform over here with like the rocket on it will actually move all the way to the launch site. And I think on the space shuttle, or like the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, it's probably something like that as well. And that's really cool. I tried to recreate that a little bit, and I think it turned out pretty nicely. So we got like the entire railroad over here, or the entire rail that actually goes to the launch site. And as you can see, it will also lift a little bit. So we got a nice little slope. It's not a big slope or a huge slope, so it will be able to actually get on top of it, because like this rocket is pretty heavy, and otherwise it's really hard to actually get on top of it. But I actually want to have like some sort of a launch site that's actually a little bit above ground. And I think it turned out pretty nicely, especially with like these keys. It just gives that a really nice clean look, and I really like it. So this is like the launch site right now, and I didn't place like lots and lots of trees, greenery and other things. What I did though is actually fence the entire area off with like the new chain fences with yeah, that actually are from the Natural Disasters update, or DLC. And it looks really nice. I like it a lot. And actually why I didn't place like some bushes and stuff over at this side is because when this thing actually blasts off into space, all the bushes inside this entire area will get yeah, burned and incinerated, and that's not something you want. So that's basically why I did that, and it's a really nice clean look. Yeah, what I also have placed are like a couple of buildings, for example utilities. We got like some fuel storage, we got like some medium tanks where they actually store the fuel. We got like a weather station where they can actually check the accurate weather. We got like a couple of offices because, yeah, for technicians and stuff. And then we got over at this side, this is like a lonely building with like, yeah, the air tower thingy on top of it, and this is actually mission control. So mission control got a really nice clean look at the rocket, or at the space shuttle launch site, and it's on safe distance as well. What I also have placed down is, as you can see, we've got like this restricted area sign. So it says like it's a restricted area and nobody will enter, or nobody can enter because it's a military base or some sort. And I think like the space yeah, the space center is actually some sort of military center, but I'm not sure about that. But yeah, overall it looks pretty nice and I like it. Maybe what I should do is, yeah, increase this height level a little bit, because of the fact that right now it's really close, and if stuff falls down, it actually falls down pretty hard in the water, and you cannot use the rocket. But I will get to that. But first of all, what I want to show you as well is like the entire runway, because yeah, when space shuttles return on Earth, they actually need like a big runway, and I think this is like 1 mile or like 1.5 kilometers. So yeah, it's a pretty long runway. As you can see, if the space shuttle drops down from space to Earth and it actually lands, it's got a pretty long runway to use. Yeah, because of the length of the runway, it's actually safe for the shuttle to use. And at the end of the runway, we even got a couple of hangars where they can actually store it. I think when the space shuttle actually lands on Earth, it will actually go into those hangars, and they will actually pick it up with like a couple of trucks, and they will drive it all the way back to like this area over here where they can prepare it to launch into space again. So we got like the launch site over here. So this is like the launch prepare site. We've got like a couple offices. We've got some warehouses where they can actually store stuff. And what I really like about the new Natural Disasters updates are these radio masts. I really like them, especially over at this side, because people can actually communicate with them. It looks really cool, especially in this military base over here. So what we also got going on are it's actually mixed with this natural disasters DLC. What also have mixed in a lot is the new high-tech DLC. So like this space shuttle center or space shuttle launch site. We got like this research center. We got a couple other things what I will show you in a little bit. What we also got is a television station, what I modified a little bit with radio towers. And I placed two actually close by, and actually they're inside each other, but yeah, that doesn't matter, I will get to that in a little bit. What I also have done, and that's something from the natural disasters update, is this deep space radar. And it goes really well with this area because this is a space center and it makes sense to have like one of these huge, I think there are like telescope dishes. Yeah, we got like telescope dishes, and then we got like this deep space radar, so it's also some sort of telescope dish. And you can only place one of them, but with the movement mod I managed to actually place like 3 of them, and I can place more because I can just copy it. And it's really nice. The same goes for this weather radar. And what we got going on over here is like people enter the area over here. Once again, it's a restricted area. The entire thing is fenced off. And yeah, we got like a huge parking lot. Then people can actually go all the way to the rocket. And then on this side, actually, we got like the entire industrial area. But yeah, like I said, we got like deep space radars, we got like some telescopes, and we got some crazy stuff. And then people will actually get into like the industrial part. For example, we got like an office building. We got a couple of, I think these are medical laboratories. We got like some I think some chrono stuff where people can freeze themselves like with liquid nitrogen or something like that. It is crazy. I don't know what you could do with it, but it is sciencey, and that's why I placed it over here. So what I also have placed down are like lots and lots of these high-tech DLC stuff. So for example, we got like this software development studio. We got lots and lots of crazy stuff. I actually placed all of them. So yeah, what we also got going on are lots and lots of distribution centers, because people need to get like some stuff for like the nanotechnologies, for software, and for electric car parts. They need to have like parts for the space shuttle and stuff. So there are like lots and lots of distribution centers scattered to this entire area. We got like one over at this side. We got like a huge one over at this side. Then we got a tiny one over, next to it actually. And once again, lots and lots of parking lots. So with this tiny distribution center, I placed like a couple other things in the back. So it's all fenced off, what I really like. Then we got like some containers stacked up on each other because yeah, they stored some stuff over there. Then we got like some other things, like for example, we got like some some iron, we got some bauxite, and we got some coal stored away so people can use it whenever they want. And yeah, once again, what I also have placed down is a recycling area. So this entire area over here is one recycling factory. So everything starts from here. We got like a recycling drop-off center. Then it will actually go into like these factories. We got like a sorting center. We got, I think, something what I cannot pronounce. This is also something with recycling, I think. Then we got like glass recycling, aluminum recycling, plastic recycling, and all, and even paper, I think. Yeah, paper recycling as well. So everything that can be recycled will be recycled, and otherwise we actually can always burn it in this incinerary over here. So yeah, that's pretty nice. And what I also have done is place lots and lots of detail in this tiny factory over here on. It's not that tiny though, but I placed like roads. So we have like normal roads, but because this is entirely concreted, I actually used like a couple of these lines to actually make roads. And you can see we've got like a couple of roads over here. We've got like this entire area as a road. So everything what's to this area is like a road. You can actually make it out pretty easily. So this is all the way is a road over here. Then we got like a road that actually connects to this one. Then we got like a road over here. So you can see this is like a one-way. And yeah, lots and lots of crazy stuff, lots and lots of details. The same goes for over here. We got like a small park where people can just eat lunch. So when people are done, sorting stuff, they can actually go outside and eat some lunch. For example, we got like a nice little fountain, lots and lots of flowers and bushes, and even a grill where they can actually, get some food, and even a couple of stands where they can just sit down and eat their lunch. So yeah, overall, lots and lots of details. The same goes for over here. We got like a small little park once again where people can just eat their food. And lots of flags as well, because this is a National Space Center, and actually, makes sense to have like a couple of flags. And what I just realized is we got like 3 Belgium flags over there. So maybe this is the Belgium Space Center, who knows? Because of the fact that we got like 3 Belgium flags over here. One thing what I also need to show you is actually the sports center over here. So we got like the sports center over here, we got a field and track, we got a basketball court, and then a couple of runway tracks. So for example, people can start over here and just run a mile, or not a mile, but they can actually run a lap around this entire course, and then they'll be back at this pond. And what I really like about this pond is actually it is not water. It's actually something that looks like water, but it isn't. It looks really close to water, but it isn't actually water at the pond. So this one got only rocks, no water and stuff. Maybe what I could add in those like one big tree. That would actually look a lot nicer. Have a little bit of shade, because right now it's only like small trees. So actually we're gonna go for a big one. So we can go for like something like this, a Christmassy tree, because it is Christmas, so we can actually place like a couple of them. And maybe one of this over here. Yeah, that will look nice. That actually looks a lot better than before. And then of course what we also got going on is a little pond. So yeah, overall I really like this little pond, because it's got like a couple of people, or a little area where people can yeah, be together, eat some lunch and stuff. And overall I really like it. One thing what I also haven't shown you guys is actually this island over here that's really close to the launch site, and that's has a reason why I didn't show you guys it, because it got the most detail of it all. So as you can see, this is like an island in front of like the launch site, and this was actually, or it used to be like where the scientists will watch like rockets yeah, get into the sky and stuff. So that's why we got like a couple of roads, we got like this these fire watch towers, and we got a couple of overgrown old bunkers like from World War II and so we got like overgrown bunkers, but just look at the view what you could have like if all the trees were gone and stuff. You can actually see like this space shuttle launch site, so that's really nice. I actually placed like 3 of them on this island, so we got like the second one over here, and the third one got actually the best viewing angle, because you are really close to like the launch site itself. So yeah, that's really nice, and lots of detail. Just look at it, and everything is a little bit different from like the other bunkers, but they look quite similar. So we got like lots and lots of we got lots and lots of grass. We got like a couple of flowers, bushes, some trees, and even a couple of rocks. I actually mixed in a couple of rocks just to make this area look a lot nicer. And it actually looks a lot nicer to me. It really feels overgrown and stuff. And unfortunately I couldn't do that for the entire area, because I was on my tree limit. So that's really unfortunate. So I had to remove a couple of trees on like some other areas. Especially mountains over at this side where, yeah, not a lot of people are living right now. So that's why there aren't a lot of trees over here. So they're empty mountains. And yeah, luckily I could place yeah, some new trees and some new greenery and stuff, because just look at the amount of detail over here. I'm actually just gonna be showing you guys it for a little while. Just look at the amount of detail. We got like some bushes, rocks. It's actually an overgrown island. Nobody has been here and actually yeah, have done some maintenance on the trees and stuff. Nature has taken over. Then we got like a small little base camp where they're actually living while they're maintaining the fire towers in this abandoned island. So let's take a look at our viewing platform where people can actually view like the launch site. So as you can see, we got like lots and lots of small buildings, because otherwise it's actually cluttered and stuff. So we got like a small police station, a small clinic, and of course we got a Burger King, because McDonald's, Burger Kings, or whatever fast food joints you are going to, they've always shops at the most convenient locations, and one of those locations is actually a launch site platform. So yeah, that's really nice. So the launch site platform where people can actually view from is a little bit elevated because of this key and because of this road as well, or like this pedestrian path. And overall I really like it how it turned out. So as you can see, we've got like a couple of keys. It's a little bit elevated and it's close to the water as well. So they got a really nice view of like this entire area. So if you are bored of like watching a rocket take off, what you can see like every once in a while, I mean, it just is common sense that rockets launch frequently. So it's not one in a lifetime thing. You can actually just watch this beautiful looking, yeah, lake actually, or like sea area. So it's a pretty big lake instead of sea. But yeah, I mean, people can choose to actually look at this instead of like a rocket taking off. Yeah, so yeah, that's an option. What I can also do is like visit these like small emergency shelters, and they're supposed to be like run down because of the fact that actually you have turned down natural disasters off, so they're more for looks and more for like this is what it can happen when everything fails or when the rocket explodes. You can need to go in there, kind of thing. Same goes for over here, and it actually looks a lot better because it's built on a hill. So as you can see, it's actually a little bit hilly after this, so it makes sense. I mean, if I place it down in like a flat spot, it doesn't make that much sense. So right now it looks a lot better. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is actually what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks, and also some other things what you will see on my channel in a little bit. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care and goodbye.